Hey there, welcome to the channel. So in this week's video, I'm showing you how I make my own CHEBE hair conditioner. This is a moisturizing, thick and creamy deep hair conditioner that leaves the hair super soft. Guys, if you want to see how I make this CHEBE hair conditioner, well, keep watching. So before we get started, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I create a new video. So these are some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using in this CHEBE hair conditioner. So let's go ahead and get started. This is CHEBE powder, and in order to get this CHEBE powder into my conditioner, I'm going to be placing it in some oils in order to infuse it in the oil. So I'll be using some avocado oil, and I'm also going to be using some pumpkin seed oil as my two infusion oils. So the first step is to take my CHEBE powder, which I have here, and now I'm going to place it into the top of my double boiler. So to make this CHEBE infusion oil, you need about a tablespoon of CHEBE powder, as well as about 3 to 4 ounces of oil. You can see that I've just poured in my pumpkin seed oil and my avocado oil. So the next step is to just stir up the CHEBE powder and oil mix. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and begin the infusion process. So the next step is now to just take this pot, place it over on top of the bottom half of the double boiler and turn on low heat and let this simmer for about 2.5 to 3 hours. So now that my infused oil is ready, I can move on to the next step. So for this next step, I'm using cheesecloth in order to strain out the CHEBE particles. So I'm just going to strain this out into a glass container that I have under the cheesecloth. And so from here, I'm going to squeeze my cheesecloth in order to get out all of the oil. However, the CHEBE powder is now trapped in the cheesecloth, and all I'm left with is my CHEBE infused oil. And now that I have my CHEBE infused oil, let's make some hair conditioner. So the first ingredient that I'm going to be using is some kapuasu butter. So I'm going to take this kapuasu butter and place it inside of the container that has my infused CHEBE oil. The next ingredient I'm going to place in is some BTMS 50, and this is going to make the hair really soft and manageable. So this is basically my conditioning agent. I'm also going to be placing in some cetyl alcohol. The cetyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol that is also used to help thicken up the conditioner to give it a very nice, beautiful texture and help to emulsify it. Now let's go ahead and melt these ingredients down together. And while they're melting, I'm going to actually move on to the next step, which is measuring out some distilled water. So I'm using distilled water because this is an emulsified conditioner, and it's also going to help hydrate the hair. So this conditioner is about 70% water. So my next ingredient is going to be a combination of guar gum, which you see here in this little yellow container. And to my guar gum, I'm adding in some glycerin in order to make a little like slippery slurry. And this is going to give the conditioner a really nice slip. So this next ingredient that I'm measuring out is vitamin B5. So I'm using this in the conditioner because it helps to hydrate the hair strands, and the hair shaft. It's also extremely moisturizing for the hair. It makes the hair stronger. So now I'm just taking my B5 and I poured it over into my distilled water, and I'm just going to stir this until the vitamin B5 dissolves. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pour my mixture of glycerin and guar over into the distilled water and the vitamin B5, and I'm going to stir this up. Now, sometimes this can get a little chunky depending on how much guar you used. I did use probably a little bit more than usual because I do want this conditioner to have a lot of slip. However, if you're making this, or if you're going to try your hand at making this hair conditioner, then you can actually use less guar so that you don't have the clumping issues. Now I'm going to place my distilled water over into a water bath to let it heat up. So once my ingredients are all done, which they are now, I can go ahead and move on to the next step. So you can see that I have my distilled water and guar and glycerin mixture, as well as my infused oil. So now I'm taking my water and glycerin mixture and pouring it over into a larger bowl. This is going to make it much easier for me to actually mix together with my infused oil, which I am now going to pour over into the water mixture. So the next step is just to go ahead and emulsify these ingredients together so that they blend really well. And this is what's going to help all of these ingredients turn into my actual conditioner. Just as an FYI, I recently upgraded my stick blender, the immersion stick blender that you see on the screen, and I absolutely love this stick blender. So guys, I'm going to drop a link in the description box below so you can check out this immersion blender. It works so well and I've been so happy with it. So go ahead and check that out after you're done watching this video. So as you can see, my conditioner is actually coming together very good. It's looking very thick and very creamy. And now I can go ahead and move on to the next step. So this ingredient that I'm including in now is my essential oil. So I'm using peppermint essential oil to give this deep conditioner a really nice, invigorating smell. So again, this is peppermint essential oil, and this is about 1 gram. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in some vitamin E and stir that in really well. And now I'm going to add in a preservative. So I'm using Germall Plus for my preservative. And as you can see, this is a very rich, thick, and creamy conditioner. The next step is just to go ahead and transfer my CHEBE conditioner over into my container. So if you want to try your hand at actually making this conditioner, you can head over to my website at beautyrove.com, where you can find the full recipe for the CHEBE hair conditioner. But this hair conditioner is so creamy, it has a lot of slip. So if you don't want that much slip, I would recommend not adding as much guar gum. But because I like a tremendous amount of slip, I did add a lot of guar gum. So guys, this is my conditioner. It was super easy to make. Again, the instructions and how to make this conditioner can be found over on my website at beautyrove.com. Also, if you are new to making DIY skincare products, I do have a free skincare ingredient list that you can pick up. It's in the description box below. Products and ingredients that I use can be found in the description box below. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.